A strange door banging during a police operation in Brazil seems to clearly be saying that the house does not want any visitors. This clip was seen on a police officer's Twitter page, where we see this as being very strange, as it is evident that there is no wind or external forces that is causing the window to continuously swing open and close. Even if you were to get a wide form of momentum, the constant closing would eventually cause it to stop because, physics. From what we can see based on the structure of the walls, corridors, and stained glass, it looks as if it is an abandoned hospital. Maybe the police officers thought there was a bunch of loitering occurring and were sent in to investigate.
Caralho, bicho, que é isso, mano? Cuidado, Judá. Cuidado, mano, que é isso, mano?
Mano, não tem nada.
Caralho, mano, que é isso, bicho? Caralho, mano. Mano, que é isso, bicho? Caralho, mano, bora, mano.
Deus me livre, mano.
Vai, mano, vai, mano. Vai, mano, vai, mano. Vai, mano. Corre. Caralho, mano, que é isso, bicho?
A user shared this clip as proof that the restaurant they used to work at was haunted. This clip is one of those that are broken up into two parts. These parts both concurrently seem to be taking place in some kind of a restaurant or diner. In the first half, we see something is launched off the counter on the left of the screen. It seems to happen very superficially, and if one was looking at this clip without the context of the paranormal, one may just think it was something floating past the camera.
Watch this shit. See?
In the second clip, however, we are able to see what looks like cups fall to the ground. It is difficult to see whether it was ice that was spilt or if it was glass cups that were shattered. But that doesn't take away from the fact that something paranormal is definitely happening here. When we look at an eerie house, or in this case mansion, some of us tend to tap into our inner detective and go to do some exploring. Although we don't necessarily always expect someone or something to go unnoticed. It seems that these two gentlemen heard something behind a door and were waiting for confirmation thereof. However, as the camera pans to the side and slows down, around the corner it looks like a woman in a black dress is standing there. She looks like a Victorian-era woman in a funeral or mourning dress, possibly wondering what these strangers are doing in the mansion of which she shows some sort of affiliation. Many poltergeists love playing with our emotions in the comfort of our own homes. However, with this family, they mentioned that they were watching a video upstairs, only to hear the loud sounds of their drums being played downstairs. Upon inspection, they passed their own wine rack, with the camera conveniently panning towards the area from which a wine bottle was thrown.
Okay, so my husband and I and my daughter were up here watching TV, and we legitimately just heard the drums playing a little bit, like we have in the past, but it was a little louder, so we're going to investigate it. Hon, you go first. Okay. Jaden? I don't want to. Okay. Just kind of stay behind me. You heard it, though, right? It's okay, honey. You heard it, though, right?
I don't hear anything now.
Oh my God!
To us, this seems somewhat staged, as the amount of people behind the camera could easily have manipulated the fall of the wine bottle in some way, whether it be by pulling a string or by other means. Let us know down in the comments below whether you think this was staged or not.
I don't hear anything now.
Oh my God!
Titled, My Girlfriend's Mom Took This Video Years Ago. It is seen that a camera is conveniently angled at one specific chair, that after a while slides back by itself. The footage is really old, but something like this is fairly easy to fake using fishing lines, but we don't have proof that it was. However, one does see a shimmering light near the end of the video, which could definitely support the fishing line theory.
Okay, I've been saying this for a long time and nobody wants to believe me. So here is my proof. This is last night around almost 11 o'clock. And watch the chair that's in the picture very closely. Tell me that's not a freaking ghost. Okay, people, come on now.
We need to reiterate and ask ourselves, why is there a camera conveniently recording a living room chair that is getting moved by a ghost? The person who is speaking is not really convincing, with the tone of their voice not really matching the expected shock that comes with reliving such an event, even if it is by video. TikTok is always coming up with new features that users will find a way to make into the next best trend. An example of this is a filter that is said to detect glitches in the world matrix, showing images of ghosts and other entities using thermal color sensing. The rainbow silhouette caused by the filter that we see at the start looks like a girl with ponytails in her hair that is walking into the next room. We can even see the entire body shape of the person and the way they turn as they walk.
Anyone who's using this filter saying that it's detecting ghosts, I'm sorry to tell you, but anyone who's using this filter saying that it's detecting ghosts, I'm sorry to tell you, but
this filter could probably detect where a person was and then mimic their position and action using this filter, making it look like a paranormal interaction. This one boggles our brains a bit. Let us know down in the comments what you guys think. With the looks of an abandoned building, with the poster claiming that it is from Chernobyl, we completely agree that the building is abandoned. One can see that evidently by the broken walls, windows, and lack of cleaning. However, with the amount of open spaces that are present, we would expect to hear when someone is in the vicinity. We see what looks like a person walking across the room on the right-hand side of the screen. It is a bit hard to see, but you can see something is there. It even looks like there is a dark, misty appearance to it. Titled, "So I was on my way back from my aunt's for dinner. Then we saw this. Barely had time to catch it." Now, for those of you that are well acquainted with the Harry Potter series, these things, known as Dementors, were told to keep the prisoners of Azkaban at bay. Now, this may make us think that the wizarding world of Harry Potter is not as unrealistic as people make it out to be, because we highly doubt that this is conveniently a shredded plastic bag doing its rounds in the sky. We are curious to hear your thoughts on this one, and whilst you're at it, drop us your Hogwarts house in the comments section below. We tend to think ghosts are in our house as soon as we see that something is moving on its own. With the poster of this clip stating, "There was no wind whatsoever, and me and my husband were in the middle of doing some at-home DIY projects, and then this happened," we must beg to differ. This clip looks like a cat, dog, or even little child ran through the dress, and the poster is now taking the opportunity to call it a paranormal event. Then again, it could be true, or a mere case of being a hypochondriac, and there could indeed be a ghost that is trying to get ready for a night out by choosing their favorite dress. It takes a special kind of person to observe something creepy and then continuously gaze at it without feeling the need to run away. Titled, "What is that watching from under the bridge in the woods?" we are given a glimpse of a white silhouette that looks as if it is peeking out at the recorder. However, what is unnerving about it is that it does not move when spotted, leading us to believe that it is either a creepy person or another form of a creature. Do you think this situation is real?
Shine right where you were. Shine there. What the fuck is that? I'm from PA, I don't even know what that is. Shit, I lost it, wait. Just peeking out and looking at us.